Hello, my Sagittarius. So, this is Heather, the Queen of Pentacles, coming to you with a mid-June reading. Remember, if my readings resonate with you, if you like what you hear, please make sure to give my videos a like and a subscribe so that I know to make more content like this that you will enjoy again in the future. But as I promised, I am coming back to check in with you from the first reading that we did in June. At the beginning of the month. And I remember we talked about good things coming your way. We talked about like a perfect pairing, whether it be with love, whether it be with a job opportunity, anything that you have been hoping for, dreaming for, trying to manifest in your life. We had some slow moving energy. So I was saying that it felt like it was beginning at maybe the month of June, that it may carry through and not come to true fruition yet because there was that warning, right? We also had the warning about be careful of what kind of lies in the shadows. Be careful of things that may seem too good to be true. Things that aren't going to help you obtain what your ultimate goal was. So I am coming back to check in with you guys. I'm curious if that message has resonated with my Sagittarius at all. And I'm coming to see if the universe has anything else to add to that advice for you. So let's begin, shall we? Let's get this party started here. Let's see. What does the universe have to say to my Sagittarius? Let's see. All right. We got the King of Wands. Oh, we've got the Empress. And we have the Eight of Swords. All right, Sagittarius. So, what a way to start a reading, huh? Or what a reading, I should say, maybe. Okay, so we have the King of Wands right here. And the King of Wands is a card of authority. It's he's a balanced guy. He's not gonna go off like half-cocked. He's mature and experienced. He is passionate and does have a bit of an ego. You can see he's given you like these sidelong glances, and he's a little bit kind of full of himself, but you don't really mind that because he's charismatic and he's definitely a natural born leader. He's daring. And he's action orientated. So if we're talking about in relation to the beginning of the month's reading, he is someone who, while you definitely had the warning to be careful of like who you trust and what is too good to be true and what is kind of in the shadows of your relationship. He's also, once you have it in sight, he's going to be an energy that encourages you to push for it, to go for it, not to be afraid of it, not to let the warning card take over, right? And you also have the Empress on one side of him. And we already know the Empress is a very strong energy, right? She's actually kind of a really good partner to go with the King of Wands. She is abundance and nurturing, happiness, fertility, a birth of something. It does not have to be an actual birth, physical birth, but she can be a birth, meaning a new beginning. And this could be this partnership that we were discussing. And this would be I don't want to say controlling, like the bad, like controlling, but in control. She's very mindful. She's got all of her, what's the saying? She's got all of her ducks in a row. She knows what she wants and she knows how to get it. So, the king would want the action and the empress knows how to get it. Does that make sense? These two are kind of like a power couple, to be honest. Like, yes, you would think it would be the emperor and the empress, but especially with this reading happening, these two are definitely a power couple. The King of Wands is probably a little bit, I would dare say, a little more passionate than the Emperor. But the Emperor's not in your reading, so we're not talking about the Emperor. Now, bookending the other side, however, is another Swords card. Now, you had the Seven of Swords the last time, and basically the next sword in the story is the Eight of Swords. So basically, like, moving up the line in the story, the Eight of Swords is more feeling trapped and restricted, like you're helpless or have a complex problem. But it's being in your own mind also, because you have it within you to get out of the situation that you're in. In fact, this King of Wands energy and Empress energy together, there's pretty much nothing the two of them can escape, right? There's nothing the two of them can't do together. And if you have this energy going on while you're working towards this perfect union that is showing itself, that is presenting itself, there's nothing that you can't get out of. So this feeling, this doubt that you may have, I think this is more, again, in the warning spot of your reading, is just to stay out of your head, Sagittarius. Don't feel entrapped. Don't let these thoughts shape your outcome. Not when we were talking about this union, when we were talking about, like, if excuse me, if it's a relationship, don't let worries of, oh, what if this is like my last relationship, or if this is a job, what if I'm not good enough for this job just because I've wanted it for so long? No what ifs. The King of Wands is saying jump in head first, is what he's saying. And the Empress is saying if that's what we decide, we know we'll be fine. Just frankly, they're both encouraging energies. And I think that you should listen to their advice, frankly. I think that's what they've both shown up for. There is like a ray of sunshine showing through on the Empress. There's like light, there's happiness and hope showing in. There is also the same ray of light going on with this King of Swords, right? Or sorry, not the King of Swords, King of Wands right here. That same ray of light is shining through for him also. That being like literally enlightenment, but it's showing the sun energy, which is just happiness and fulfillment. And they both just want you to take this Eight of Swords and knock it out. Like, there's nothing the two of them cannot overcome. And there's no reason for you to stay in your mindset. You could take these swords anytime and slice these bonds. You don't need to stay in your headspace about it. So worrying over something that has the potential to be so perfect, Sagittarius, is pointless. And I think that speaks for itself. I am going to pull an oracle card for you guys also. This is the Witch's Wisdom oracle cards. Just because this deck felt right now, because we're still in that full moon energy that's been happening for the middle of the month right now. And in fact, the full moon is in Sagittarius, so so we're gonna pull a card and see what extra message the universe has for you, Sagittarius. But caution is good, but don't let it get caught up in your head, I think is, like, don't stay caught up in your head is a good message to go with the beginning of June's message. All right, so we have Homeland Foundation. So, because this is a new deck for me, and I want to get both myself and you accustomed with it, introduced to it, I'm going to, this time, read straight from the book, and then I'm sure I'll have a little extra to say also, because I do read stuff intuitively with it. It says, remembering and acknowledging where you come from is the very foundation that a witch can build her strengths upon. When your roots are planted fully in the ground that you call home, the wisdom of the ancestors can be assessed and utilized. Homeland is beckoning you to take a long-awaited trip back home to visit and connect with the lands of your ancestors that they once walked upon. Allow memories to surface, whether happy or sad, and tap into your feelings to discover who you really are and what makes you tick. You may have a yearning to travel to a distant land that you have never set foot on. Past life connections are surfacing right now, and it is important that you honor this calling. Place upon your altar some earth from your homeland, whether from this lifetime or another, so that you can connect with the very essence from who you are and the land that you walked upon long ago. Visit your childhood home. Honor any feelings that you have about your past. Face up to and accept where you come from. Your past is catching up with you. A foreign land stirs something within you. Investigate your family tree. Look toward home for answers. And looking toward home for answers, I feel also not just home, but looking like the foundation. The foundation is you. Look within yourself for answers, because both of these energies are very sure of themselves also. They're very confident. And again, neither of them are going to be stuck in their head space. So I think this card is also to remind you that you know when something is too good to be true, which would be the warning from the beginning of the month, not to trust in things that don't seem right. You can trust your own intuition. There's no need to sit and worry about things. Because you are good enough for the person that pops up in this situation. You are good enough for this job that pops up in this situation. You are worthy of it, and you can do this. This is something, we had the Ace of Pentacles energy at the beginning of the month, so it's something that's been a long time coming, that's finally starting to come into fruition, whether by chance, there's no real by chance though, whether it's something the universe has finally gotten around to deciding to give you, or whether it's something that you've slowly been manifesting for yourself, Sagittarius. Whatever this thing is, you're deserving of it, but don't jump on the first good thing. Just because Heather told you something good is coming, and something mediocre shows up in the meantime, don't jump on that. You know within you what truly makes you happy, or what you have been waiting for. So don't settle. Don't settle is the best advice I can give you. So I do hope the advice and reading has helped. If I've helped or resonated with one of you, then I've done my job. I will definitely be back at the beginning of the month with another reading, and I'm sure I will be checking in with some random readings also. But until next time, just know that I'm always on your side, and that I love you, and that I will talk to you very soon. Bye, Sagittarius.